just got paid. My man, Andre Roberson.
Roberson, as in he robbed them, son.
Fresh off a brand new 3-year, $30 million contract to stay with the Thunder. But Roberson tallied up nearly $500 bill, yet gave only a $13 tip. Roberson defended himself, tweeting, "Should not have had to tip you if it was just a bottle at a bar. There was no service." Ooh, interesting. No service there. Jacoby, who saw you on?
What does that mean?
In this tip?
Hold on, what does that mean?
I did some research on this. It's at the Chupacabra Cantina in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
I called them today. They didn't really want to talk to me.
God bless you.
And here's what I figured out.
right.
This is not a nightclub. Like, this isn't he said, "I got a bottle. There was no service." TMZ, which is always right 100% of the time,
Yeah, that's
said
real.
they were getting vodka sodas, Red Bulls, and Long Island iced teas. Anyone knows if you are ordering Long Island iced teas,
Someone
you're
has to
trying to
make
get
it.
drunk.
Yeah,
Trying to
that's
get drunk.
right.
There's 4 bottles in there. I have a feeling that perhaps Mr. Robertson was a little intoxicated. You can tell from the math. And if you look at the receipt, he tried to write one thing, and he's like, "Nah, I'm going to tip him less than that," and crossed it out.
Yeah.
It said there was no service. To ring up that kind of a bill at that place, you had to order multiple things. I'm with my people at the Chupacabra.
Well, he tried to write it to 500, so that should have been 1287 instead of what he wrote.
Exactly. He's off twice. He wasn't just off with one digit.
Okay, let me give you I have 2 arguments here. The one that counters yours is the fact that, look, when you go somewhere and you are intoxicated and it's time to pay the bill, that's why you go to places like Miami, Vegas, mandatory tip included, because I am not in the right mindset to write down what the hell the tip should be. Don't kill me. That's real thing.
It's not his fault.
That's not his fault.
Yes,
that's an old rule. That rule's been around decade
plus. You can't expect a grown human being to tip.
No, you can't expect him to tip the accurate amount when you already just fed him 10 Long Islands. That's the obvious thing.
Oh, I know what happened.
You think he messed up the math, and now he's trying to cover his tracks by saying there was
that, or the service sucked. And you know what? When the service is bad, I ain't got to tip.
You know what it was?
The
I
service
think
was
he
bad.
didn't get any free rounds, and he was salty about it. That's
I don't think it's even that.
You hit a free throw, you get a free round. That's
This is my theory. When he said there was no service, he didn't say it was bad service, he said no service.
You mean his phone?
It means no. It means that the person serving him was not wearing like the Playboy bunny outfit with sparklers on. I think that's what he equates with service. It was just a dude.
Real club
just
life.
a dude gave you a bottle. Oh, here you go. It's like, ain't no service.
Interesting, because, you know, we go to restaurants, we tip them when a waiter comes out. When we go to McDonald's and they give you the same food, it takes them 3 steps. You ain't sitting there saying, "Oh, here's your extras."
Real talk.
We don't do that.
As a black man, with the stereotype about brothers don't tip, I always try and make sure I tip right. I just do.
It's in your head?
It's in my head. It's like, I can't be that one dude that's not going to carry the flag for the peoples.
So do you walk in Popeyes? Are you self-conscious then, too?
Nah.
See, exactly.
I walk in Popeyes.
I do.
You got a problem with that, too? Stereotypes. Come up after the break. We got more proof that cats, they're better than dogs. We already knew that. Hashtag COD. This discussion is over.
That's side-eye.
Look at the dog face. He wasn't ready.
Maybe if I don't move, they can.
Let's go, Bellinger.
And time for Pulse of the Nation, presented by Toyota. You know what we got right now. Some winners and losers time. Winner cats. This cute kitten lets this big old dog know who's boss and jabs him in the face.
The dog's just acting like...
Watch the dog's reaction to food once in a while.
That cat won't even notice I'm here.
Cats are superior to dogs.
What you have to appreciate is the dog's side eye afterwards.
I do.
It is solid.
It's funny how humans think that dogs are better than cats. Most humans do.
Yeah,
but dogs know that cats got them. Like, you ever see a dog and a cat? Cats are like, "Come on, dog, let's go get this."
Cats don't do that because they
Come on if you want these problems.
What kind of cat you talking
what's the
about?
king of the jungle? Is it a dog or a cat?
Protect the house,
It's
though.
cat. It's man.
Loser. Here. Take a look at this dude swinging from high up on this rope.
Nah.
Doing 1,000 flips before a perfect landing in the water. LZ,
Yes, sir.
you're the one up here. I'm gonna ask this. Would you do that?
Nah, bro. You crazy?
Are ropes
about that.
cultural?
Here's the funny thing. You see a silhouette, and you didn't have to tell me the ethnicity of the guy.
I think rope swings might be cultural. I'm throwing that out there. It might be cultural.
What are you saying? Because they in the woods and they doing flips?
But
They
did he
ain't
tip?
my people?
I'm not saying anything.
Did he tip?
How does he get out, too? Look at all those rocks. Yeah, he definitely tipped.
Brother, drive up there.
He tipped everybody. He tipped the guy that filmed it. He tipped the guy that tied up the rope. He tipped
Everybody got 20%. You get 20%. You give me 20%.
He gave it to Joseph A. Bank about some soup.
Get out. Winner. Commitment. The 28th wife-carrying world championship recently took place in Finland. Husbands carried their wives for more than 250 meters on a sandy obstacle course. Jacoby, Would you do this with your spouse?
My spouse is not doing this. She's drowning right there.
Oh!
Her head is under the water. Are you kidding me?
Divorce rate high.
That's not a contest. That's
She would
divorce
kill
court.
me. If you tried to murder me, I'm filing a lawsuit.
I would definitely do this, but oops, ran into another thing again, honey. My bad.
This one's stunning. This is N1 wife carrying right here.
My wife ain't little, so
Yo,
nah.
this is the N1 wife carrying right there.
Ooh.
Just stunning. See,
Yo, how many kegels is she?
everything.
Yeah, that's the time I need a little skinny wife.
I just need to know, like, how do you approach your wife about the conversation?
Yeah, nah, my
Hey,
wife
honey,
weighs.
what you doing?
My wife
Hey, can I carry you
175.
The
I
night
ain't-
before,
I ain't
she's
got
having
it.
steak. She's like, how about salad?
Decision making. Odell Beckham Jr. recently posted pictures of his newest ink. Got the faces of Bob Marley, Lil Wayne, shout out y'all, baby.
Wow.
Mike Tyson tatted on his thigh. And this is in addition to the Michael Jackson tat he already had on his leg. Oh my God. LZ, any consideration for a celebrity on your body?
For a celebrity?
Yeah. Would you do it?
Maybe like Jesus.
Let me
Is he
tell
a celebrity?
you, no. Let me tell you something. That's a
Everybody knows who
positive
he
test.
is.
My Lord.
You get Bob Marley tattooed on yourself, that's a positive test. A Bob Marley tattoo and a Lil Wayne tattoo,
Next to each
that's
other.
a positive test. He's definitely
That's
he got one of those random tests the next
Wait,
day.
you don't think that Michael Jackson was enough?
No.
You think he was he was completely sober when he did Michael Jackson, but when he
He
did,
got one of those
but when he
Joey
did Bob
Harrison
Marley,
random
then
tests.
that's the sign.
Just the ink going through your bloodstream is a positive test in effect. That's it for us. Have a great week. Tim Marcellus Vernon Wiley Sr., joined by LG Granderson. My man David Jacoby is in the house, and it's Friday. We ain't got no job, but we got this to do. So let's get started with
feel like a job.
Knicks do it the harder way. Aha.
Oh, that was clever.
Tim Hardaway Jr., I say Jr., has signed a 4-year, $71 million offer sheet with the Knicks, and the Hawks have 2 days to match the offer. Hardaway has spent the past 2 seasons with the Hawks after spending his first 2 with the Knicks. Jacoby, just a question. Did the Knicks think they were signing his daddy?
No, the Knicks knew exactly who they were signing. They drafted him. That is why this is so crazy. Like you said, Phil Jackson isn't even there, and they're still doing things like this. But just try to get yourself inside the Knicks ideology. What they're saying is,
Here's one.
Carmelo's going to go. We got to replace his scoring. We're going to get younger. We need a score. We need an offense. That's what
Carmelo's going to go. They're going
He's
to
gonna
buy
get
him out. Oh, they traded. Something's happening.
So then there's this. This is what a rational person thinks. You're paying Tim Hardaway Jr. $71 million American dollars to play basketball? This is a man who 18 months ago was on the Austin Spurs in the G League. Like, you forget about this. Like, he had a great finish of the season for the Hawks. Once Kyle Korver gone, he got some more minutes. He scored a lot of buckets. He looked good at the end of the year. A year and a half ago, he was in the G League. And now he's making $71 million to play basketball.
I'm not mad at him at all.
What?
All I need to know is, yo, Knicks, what's the plan?
Okay.
Because it sounds as if you're saying, well, 2018 ain't for us.
Okay.
Like, we see all these free agents, they ain't coming, so we're going to lock this dude up for 4 years. That's what you're saying. You're telling me that with all the guys that are out there, and you're the New York Knickerbockers, a big free agent market, that you're saying in 2018 we don't have a chance. We're just going to lock up Joakim and Tim Hardaway. And
Boy, if you're Aaron Aflalo, you got to feel bad for yourself. You let Tim Hardaway Jr. get that much more money than you.
Come on.
Tim Hardaway Jr. making more in 1 year than you make your entire contract.
I love that the Hawks have 2 days to match. Like, the Hawks, the front office right now, are going to be like, no.
Or,
you know, no.
Or will they validate the insanity and actually go out there and say, you know, we will match that? This is a young talent. He's still a young talent.
They would have paid
the
Paul
Austin
Millsap if they were going to stay old or stay with what they had. They're trying to blow the whole thing up. They're like going, thanks, brother, for the memories. Have fun in New York.
Well, if you draft a guy and then he goes away, he gets humbled, he has to go to the G League, and then all of a sudden you see something at the end of the season, don't you bet on that production and that potential going forward? He's still a young talent, no?
The answer's no.
All right, let's move
He
on.
had a
then.
good 2 months. He had a good 2 months. He
All
also
right.
had a good 2 months in the D League.
Okay, let's talk some real basketball. About a real basketball team. This is it. And the Celtics trade Avery Bradley and a second-round pick to the Pistons for Marcus Morris. The move creates the salary cap space needed to sign free agent Gordon Hayward to a 4-year, $128 million maximum contract. But LZ,
Yes,
have
sir.
the Celtics actually gotten worse this offseason?
No, they haven't gotten worse.
As you wear your green sweater.
That's how Why do we always get Celtics questions when I wear green?
Sure.
No, they haven't gotten worse. Yes, it would have been better if they were able to keep their perimeter defender. But what they got in exchange, he's not a bum. He's actually a pretty rugged defensive player in the paint, and he also is a good scorer. So, I mean, is it young? No. Is it another guard that you can use? No. But you can always start Jalen Brown in the
LZ,
two
do you
spot.
see those categories? All 4 of them.
Yeah.
The one on the left was better than the one on the right, and they lost the one on the left.
But they didn't get a bum in exchange. Is my point.
Apples to apples here, because what you're really doing is clearing up money so you can sign Hayward.
True.
Right?
Right.
So that's really what you're doing. And I love Avery Bradley. I watch a lot of Celtics games. I'm from Massachusetts. I love Avery Bradley. But you know what? He's your perimeter defender. Guess who else is? Marcus Smart. Guess who else is? Terry Rozier. Those guys get cheaper than that. So this is a necessary thing they had to do to bring in Hayward. And one of the problems the Celtics have is rebounding, interior toughness.
Yeah.
And that's what Morris will bring you.
But hold on.
And he's an upgrade over Kelly Olynyk, who they had. He's an
Who just
upgrade
got paid.
Right, but he's an upgrade over that guy. He's also an upgrade over Jonas Jerebko, who they're going to have to let go. So they actually gotten a little bit better in terms of bench production.
Oh, now you stop contradicting yourself, because when I first asked you, you said, well, they didn't get worse, but they could have done better.
No, I didn't say
My
that.
coach always told me either you get better or you get worse. Which one? Pick
I
one.
didn't say
Pick
that.
one.
They have 2 All-Stars now. They have
You know
2
what?
All-Stars now.
These are lateral moves for the Celtics.
Former All-Star. Former All-Star.
Once an all-star, always an
Former
all-star.
All-Star.
I just think Boston this offseason, they went up 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and then now lateral move. They may have closed the gap on the Cleveland Cavs, but that means they're going to go down in 6. That's going to be a 4-2 series. I don't see them still getting over that hump. Do you?
That's your 2017 projection. What
Okay,
they're
true.
doing is for 2019, 2020. They're playing the long game because at some point, LeBron James, believe it or not, is actually going to get old. Or he may actually leave.
And at some
guess
point,
what?
other teams are going to get better that you don't see coming, including maybe even the Lakers out here, something crazy like that. Well, let's stick with the Celtics and go with their new free agent in Gordon Hayward. And the Celtics agreed to a 4-year contract, $128 million, as we talked about earlier. But that's not the story. Hayward was seen at Joseph A. Banks shopping in Boston yesterday. The show producer wanted me to hate on Hayward, but I'm kind of cheap my damn self, so I've been in Joseph A. Bank before. You've been? Okay, thank you. Somebody else.
Expensive suits are overrated.
Overrated.
They're overrated. And Joseph A. Bank, look, he needs to look good for a hour-long press conference. Whether he spends $20,000 on a suit or $200 on a suit is good. No one cares what he looks like. They care what he says. Joseph A. Bank, I went to the website. $1,000 suit here, $900 suit there, quality clothing. Joseph A. Bank, the man, started working in the clothing industry at 11 years old.
I love this commercial. I love this.
1898 in Baltimore, Maryland. I rep Joseph A. Bank. I'm going to go there today.
You guys are missing the point.
What point?
He's not trying to get a suit. He's trying to get endorsements. So if he's photographed shopping there, guess what Joseph A. Bank, Mr. Man's going to say? Yeah, like for instance.
You're going I'm going to take you to the bank.
Exactly. This is what
Roll
you
out the
do.
house.
You know, just because you hire a stylist doesn't mean, look right.
See, that's expensive and that's a mess.
Wait. That's what a stylist
That's
gives you.
$100,000 worth of
Exactly.
You look like Voltron. You look a mess. What the hell is that?
So listen, so either you get with a stylist, you start modeling with the GOAT, or you go into Joseph A. Bank, and you get photographed in there, you get your endorsement deal, and all the suits you want for free.
You know what I learned? Look, I've been through the gamut. I've been through the expensive suits, $2,000, $3,000 each, and then I've been through the ones where it's $200 off the rack. As long as it fits, you're fine, because it's an assembly line, just like with colognes and sunglasses. They send them all to the same place. And they say, oh, this is better fabric. But it's the same damn tailor doing the same old cut.
Wine is like that, too. Like a $100 bottle of wine is not 5 times better than a $20 bottle of wine.
Preach.
Like, you get to a certain point. That is not true.
No, that's
not true.
$2 Chuck counts. $2 Chuck Charles Schwab.
I will say that this tongue can tell the difference between 20 bucks and $100.
Let's do a taste test during the break, and we'll see.
Right, I'm with the $2 Chuck there. Let's get to jeers right now. We got 3 of them. And it's time for the first jeer. Bad news for Chris Rainey, CFL, Canadian Football League. And Rainey,
still?
yeah, he can't make the easy catch.
That's why you're in
loses
the
yardage.
CFL.
Don't you say that.
That's why.
Shout out to Doug Flutie, best
said for
CFL
catch.
player
Where they
ever.
send you after you're out of the CFL?
G League.
FedEx. 2 jeers for the Padres. Multiple Padres players.
No, don't let it drop in the middle.
All had back
No.
on the fly ball.
Anybody catch it?
No, but everybody got hurt. Everybody got hurt.
I like the first baseman Myers. Is like, nah, you guys handle that.
Y'all can have that.
I'll be over here. I'm not running nothing.
Baseball.
And 3 jeers for Josh Bell.
Oh, no, not JB.
Yep, Josh Bell. He gets a little distracted
What is he
and
doing?
forgets what's happening on the field. That lets you know.
He's watching the bat. He's like, oh, dang, she gonna get hit.
And y'all say baseball ain't boring. Even the players out there napping, dog. Let's talk about
Bat,
it.
like, oh, dang, he got her.
After the break, Daryl Morey believes the Rockets have closed the gap on the Warriors by stealing my man Chris Paul. But do you guys agree? We'll discuss next.
This is Sports